All right, welcome back. Time for Dat Dude's Dudes, presented by Captain Morgan. You all know Marcellus is that dude. Now he's going to show us the best plays from big guys around football. Marcellus, what you got?
Time to get a big ugly some love. Not just Jason Whitlock as a big ugly. The guys in the trenches really doing it. Let's start off with Dat Dude's Dudes. Number 3, we got my Packers linebacker here, Kyler Fackrell. Silence of the Rams. You can see him get that sack on Jared Goff. But you know what? Dat Dude's Dudes beating Andrew Whitworth. Let me show you how he got this done. First thing first, Andrew Whitworth is going to get a jump, and this jump is going to actually help him. But Fackrell, look at that leg positioning. Look at the hip turn that is starting to happen. It's really throwing Whitworth off. So Whitworth throws his punch off cadence, off sequence, not in the leverage position. Little Street Fighter going all Ryu on him. And now you see you use all your power in your punch. Look at that extension. Full extension, not affecting Fackrell. Why? Because he hasn't put that pivot anchor foot in the ground. Now, Whitworth tries one more time. I'm going to ride you past my quarterback. That's my last resort. But Fackrell throws his arm to turn the hips. Coach always says force the hips by the upper body torque. He does it, comes around the corner. Kyler Fackrell, number 3, Dat Dude of the Week. Let's go to number 2. We're going to go to the Redskins. Defensive tackle, Matt Ioannidis. Count Sackula. Watch this right here. Count Sackula. You like that? My man, hit him with that floor. Hey, Matt Ioannidis. Oh, man, he's going to break through the eye and gets Eli Manning. John Greco, he sees it. Oh, my God, he's eyeing Ioannidis right there. And as you can see, he oversteps. And now that power leg is up in the air. Oh, Ioannidis hits him with the rip move right underneath that armpit because he said, oh, you want to come out here? I'm going to go in there. And now this is one-on-one combat, all about head position. Ioannidis has to keep his head to the inside. As you can see right now, Greco's trying to fight to put his head on the other side, but he has him pinned. This is so beautiful. Look how he's trying to win the one-on-one battle before he gets to the quarterback. Too many young linemen forget that, and look at these prairie dogs out there wrestling. They are getting it in, and now it's time to serve Eli on the platter, I say. It's the battle for Eli, and we know who's going to win that battle. It's my man Ioannidis. Gets rid of Greco. Now he looks, and Eli, once again, get me out. Hey, Ben McAdoo, please bench me again. Somebody come save me, or too late. Eli Manning took it. Ioannidis, number 2, Dat Dude of the Week. Now let's get to our number 1 of the week. Go down, New Orleans defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins. Boo that, boo that, boo that. Out there in Minnesota. Ooh, look out. Kirk Cousins is going to take that L right now. And he sacks Kirk Cousins with a little bit of a power rush. Let's see how this happens right here. It's time to bench press somebody. Get my hands to the inside. Look at this full extension, hands to the inside, a little dance move to front. Throw him off with that sequence right there. And then hit him with that punch. I'm in the weight room, you not, homeboy. And then he gets it with the one arm. Coach always says, I can steer you if I put that one arm on you. Superman. Check my Instagram today. Me and Little Man are Superman this day. And once you get that steer position, there's no recovering from that. Not only did I bench you, but I positioned you. Rankins, Sheldon, God, be nice to him out there. Number 1, Dat Dude of the Week.
Love that. That was awesome.
Wow. You see that right there?
Yeah, you make me want to do this.
All right, let's get some more NFL stories. Starting in Green Bay, where the Packers were busy yesterday shipping comeback killer Ty Montgomery out of town after his disastrous kickoff return. Fumble cost Aaron Rodgers a chance to beat the Rams Sunday. They also parted ways with HaHa Clinton Dix, who is ranked the 4th best safety in the league by Pro Football Focus, but reportedly has been a major source of locker room strife himself. Look, this is clear to me. They chose chemistry, locker room chemistry, over personnel. They looked at what they did against the Rams, could have beat them, should have beat them. We're fine if our locker room is together. They didn't go the personnel route. I agree with the decision.
Wow. I guess I agree with the decision because I thought it was smart upstairs to get rid of 2 guys who were looking for contracts, and obviously you weren't going to pay them that money. So look at it from an NBA mindset. Get something for you instead of just letting you go out to free agency and get nothing in return. I like that part of it, but last time I checked in the NFL, they weren't looking for choir boys. They weren't looking for everyone who was like, we're all on one page, one accord. And it's just weird that now, no. I mean, they say they are.
Patriots are?
Look, the Patriots even. Do you really want to go candid on the Patriots? Because Tom Brady has some stuff to talk about. Gronkowski has some things. You really want to do this? Okay, so the whole point of it is, you don't need everyone on that same page. And I think that this was just a smart upstairs move, saying, "Hey, they don't like it here. We're gonna get something out of them. Move on."
Now I think it's tough though when you talk about it because it's still a players' league. And talent still trumps everything. And I'm looking at this team in comparison to the other teams within the division. They're not as talented as those other teams. And they let two good players go. HaHa Clinton-Dix is a really good player.
Legit.
Look, Ty Montgomery is a guy without a position, but at times he's been an effective player. I think he's out of position at running back. He was better when he was a hybrid. But when they've been at their best, it's because the Packers have had good players. They overwhelm you with their talent, and they have a really good quarterback. I think the Packers need to be careful of handing too much power and control to number 12. Number 12 was upset. Aaron Rodgers was upset. Ty Montgomery didn't take the knee. And look, Ty Montgomery could be wrong for that. However.
Could be.
Could be. However, the Packers are built on the Lombardi days. The Lombardi days, it was all about the team. It wasn't about one player. So they just need to be careful because we've seen players go. The next is going to be the coach. Be careful hitching your wagon to one player.
Yeah, my issue with this is we make this about Aaron Rodgers all the time, and we make this point to say, are the Packers wasting his window? Are they putting pieces around him, meaning personnel pieces? And then you take away two guys who two guys one on defense that we've talked about their defense needing guys in the secondary.
Pro bowler.
They're balling in the secondary. HaHa Clinton-Dix is one of the best in the business at that position at safety. And then offensively, a guy who's, again, he's a hybrid. He's an effective player when you do utilize him. Hasn't been as effective this year because you haven't needed to use him that much.
And he fumbled.
And he fumbled. So Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw interceptions. Mason Crosby doesn't miss field goals. All I'm saying is when you're going with chemistry, we understand the culture in Green Bay. They don't deal with turmoil inside the locker room, and they hush all of that. This would have been suppressed. I don't think they wanted to deal with it, so they got rid of him. And I think it might hurt them in the long run because you can't always replace personnel.
And they're not helping with the illness. They're just trying to address the symptoms. And you still got that issue going on in the locker room. And part of it may be
the locker room issue's over. What's there to talk about now? He's gone.
It's talking about the two guys that's in there.
Yes, since Aaron Rodgers has been there, there's always been something going on, whether it's him and the coach or him and Brett Favre. Like from day one, that's why he dropped in the draft. Like, I love Aaron Rodgers, the player, but in terms of like the teammate, it just seems like there's always something. And you can't be the common denominator in all these issues, and it's not your fault.
He didn't bring it out of the end zone, and I guarantee you the 52 guys in that locker room agree with Aaron Rodgers. And the two anonymous
You know
sources.
what he did? I'm going to tell you
they
right
all
now.
agree.
I'm going to tell you right now, if they disagreed, they wouldn't say I disagree with him.
And that's the culture.
That's truth.
That's the problem with the culture right there, because when Crosby misses 4 field goals, Aaron Rodgers like, I got your back. Everybody like, damn, I want to go there, but Aaron Rodgers got your back.
They rallied behind their guy.
He didn't go there for Ty Montgomery, so now everybody's like,
Did Richie Cunningham question the Fonz? Aaron Rodgers is the Fonz. You don't question the Fonzarelli. Arthur Fonzarelli coming up.
Fonz was cool, though.
Does Hugh Jackson's firing have major implications for all African-American coaches? We put on our thinking caps. Nerds!